Hey there, and welcome to your First Alert Weather Plus forecast. I'm Chief Meteorologist Rachel Garceau. We have endured a soggy and very windy weekend, so let's talk about what's on the way for the work weekend. What is for many school districts the last week of school for the 2024-2025 school year. We're going to kick things off Monday with the potential of frost in some areas, coldest morning temperatures we've seen in a while. After that, we will slowly start to see those daytime and morning temperatures trending a little bit warmer, though it does take until Wednesday or Thursday to see those Treasure Valley temperatures back into normal or seasonable territory, which is low 70s for this time of year. And we will have a couple spot showers still coming and going, most likely late Monday into Tuesday and potentially again late Wednesday into Thursday, but nothing like what we saw over the weekend, just an occasional sprinkle. Otherwise, lots of sunshine coming our way for the next several days. So let's talk about those morning lows for the next several days. So in Boise, dropping down to about 37 degrees early Monday. We'll see much colder temperatures east of the Boise area. That's it, though, as far as those 30-something degree readings in the mornings. After that, we trend a little more normal. We are typically in the upper 40s as we head towards the Memorial Day weekend as far as those morning lows. We will get back to that by the coming weekend, and then morning lows trend into the 50s for the week following Memorial Day. And remember, it's not out of the question we can see frost this late in the season, especially the further east you go from Boise. That frost potential, which is a 36-degree reading or colder, hangs on until the end of May for places like Jerome and Twin Falls, which will be some of the colder spots again early in the work week. So again, not unusual, but still, if you have some sensitive plants in the ground and you're in one of those colder spots, you may want to throw a cover over them for the next couple of mornings. So 10-day high temp trend. Yes, we hover in below normal territory through the middle of this week. Then after that, we see nice warm weather coming in. The weekend still a little bit up in the air as far as that Memorial Day weekend, but it does look like most models are agreeing we're back to some warmth for the final week of May or so. And as far as those holiday countdowns go, yes, if you're watching this on Sunday, these are the days we have left until these particular holidays. If you're watching Monday, Tuesday, just deduct a day or two. But in general, we're about a week out from Memorial Day. We have just about 4 weeks to go until Father's Day on June 15th. That means summer arrives not long after that summer solstice on June 20th, just over a month to go until then. And that means only 47 days until Independence Day, which I know for a lot of us feels like just the middle of summer, and it's only 47 days away. Not much summer-like again in the coming days as far as those temperatures go. You'll have to wait a little bit longer for all of that. So let's talk about that long-range outlook, and I'll explain why the weekend still a little bit uncertain. So here's that upper level pattern, and this is one particular model's interpretation of what it thinks is coming our way for the next several days. So as we move forward into Monday and Tuesday, here's a little disturbance coming in for late Monday, Tuesday morning. This could bring a couple of showers as far south as the Treasure Valley. It's not likely, but it's possible. Otherwise, we have what's called zonal flow, so that will keep our temperatures in check Monday, Tuesday, hovering in those mid-60s for the Treasure Valley. Brief little ridging for Wednesday, Thursday will boost our temperatures just a little bit, but there's another dip in the jet stream right here over the northwest. If this comes far enough south, another round of very light precipitation is possible Thursday morning. And then here's where our weekend comes into play. We don't have big model agreement yet this far out on the weekend. So this particular model is bringing a trough, an area of low pressure across the northwest. It will move across Idaho as well over the weekend, but there are some that bring this big pronounced ridge of high pressure in earlier and then keep it over southwest Idaho. So again, we're not real certain on what the weekend looks like. Stay tuned to see how all of that shakes out. For now, I'm trending or going with the one that trends a little warmer, a little drier, and we'll just cross our fingers and hope that holds for the unofficial kickoff to summer, which many of us consider that Memorial Day weekend. All right, short-term futurecast. Let's talk about this. So we are clear Monday morning. That will allow those cold temperatures to develop, but lots of sunshine. Still breezy early in the work week, especially as we have this next system coming in. Here we are late Monday evening. The potential for a couple spot showers, maybe a rumble of thunder in some of the areas that have a little more moisture to contend with. And then most of this will clear out by Tuesday, allowing more sunshine to come in. Another scenario just like that one could set up for late Wednesday into Thursday morning, though that looks even less likely that we'll see precipitation. So again, I wouldn't worry about the umbrella necessarily Monday night or Tuesday morning, but just a couple sprinkles are certainly possible. Let's talk about those forecast high temperatures. So for the Treasure Valley, we'll hit the mid-60s Monday afternoon. Pacific Northwest trending on the cool side, just 60 degrees in Seattle to kick off the work week, 66 in Portland. Very cool to our east. Casper, Wyoming, struggling to get up to even 50 degrees degrees on Monday afternoon. Things do start warming after that. They'll look at Casper into the low 60s by Tuesday. We don't move much on Tuesday because of that system coming in that we talked about that will moderate our temperatures out. But finally, Wednesday across southern Idaho, we're back into the 70s. Even Portland is up to 70 degrees. Look at Redding, California, mid 90s by the middle of the week as we have that ridge of high pressure that will start building in, and that will allow us to keep lots of sunshine in play for most areas during the work week. But here's a look at the Long Valley outlook. West Central Mountains, those precipitation chances are pretty slim up in the mountains, but still, again, Monday into Tuesday, there's a possibility of a spot shower, especially Tuesday morning. Temperatures will trend around 60 degrees or so for the middle of the week. Heading into the weekend, we're looking at mid to even upper 60s if, again, that warmer, drier pattern holds. And if it does, we'll be up around 70 degrees for the middle of the Memorial Day weekend across our mountain locations. 7-day outlook for the Twin Falls area, still breezy early in the week as those systems continue to roll through. Tons of sunshine, though, for the rest of the work week. Look at those comfy temperatures up to 77 degrees in Twin Falls to end the work week. Heading into our holiday weekend, mid 70s, lots of sunshine, just beautiful conditions there. All right, let's get to that Treasure Valley, Boise area 7-day outlook. The wind not as blustery, not as strong as Sunday, but still some breezy winds popping into the picture early on in the work week. We'll hold in those mid 60s Monday and Tuesday. Back into those low 70s with a mostly sunny sky on Wednesday. By Thursday morning, our morning lows a little more bearable. Still want a light layer, I think, early in the day, but you'll be shedding it by the afternoon as those highs will climb up near 80 degrees by Friday afternoon. And again, if we get to enjoy that dry, warm weekend, we'll see mid to upper 70s heading into Memorial Day. And of course, stay tuned to KTVB, KTVB.com, and your First Alert Weather Plus forecast this week to see how that weekend shakes out. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.